At 9 o'clock last night, I handed a Kenyan business website over 49 specialists, a conversation analyst, a copy chief, an SEO lead, pricing strategist, a cold email writer who knows that going from a 2-word subject line to a 4-word, a cold email writer who knows that going from a 2-word subject line to a 4-word one drops your replies by 17%. None of them slept. None of them invoiced me. By this morning, there was a report on my desk listing in detail every reason that website has not bringing in a single inquiry. I am going to show you that report. The site is real. I have taken the name of it. Here is the situation almost every business owner in Kenya is in. You paid someone to build a website. It looks fine. It loads and it does nothing. No calls, no inquiries, no orders. So somebody tells you the answer is SEO. And now you are being quoted monthly, retainers for work you cannot see, cannot check, and cannot charge. The reason that feels uncomfortable is that it should. You are being asked to trust a process nobody will show you. So today, I'm going to show you the process. All of it. 6 months ago, a marketer named Corey Haynes published something on GitHub. He ran growth at Barometrics and has advised more than 100 companies. Instead of selling his playbook, he wrote the whole thing down as plain text files and gave it away. From the GitHub repo, 42,000 people have studied. Each skill is a markdown file, not a prompt. A handbook, rules, threshold, checklist, and work examples, written so precisely that when Claude reads one, it stops being a chatbot and starts behaving like the people who wrote it. The install is one line and one warning because I got this wrong myself. If you run that from inside the wrong folder, everything installs one level too deep and your agent never reads any of it. It looks like it worked, nothing happens. Check where the files landed before you trust your output. Now the night shift. The first specialist does not touch your website. She interviews you. What you sell, who buys it, what they nearly bought instead, and the exact words they use when they complain, not the words you use when you advertise. That goes into one context file. Every other skill reads it before doing anything. Skip this and 48 specialists spend the night guessing about your business. Spend 20 minutes on it and everything after this sounds like it came from someone who worked at your company for years. This is the step people skip. It is the step that decides whether any of the rest is worth reading. Next, we have the copy text. Now the website goes on the table. I picked one industry, cleaning companies in Nairobi, and I took the first 3 that came up. Real businesses, real live pages pulled this week. I have taken the names and the logos off because the point is not to embarrass the 3 people who are out there running a business. Every word you are about to see is theirs. The rule this skill applies is simple. A visitor should understand what you do and why they should care within 5 seconds. All 3 failed. And here is the part that made me stop. They failed in exactly the same 3 ways. 1. The headline is about them, not you. The first one is just the company name. The second one says welcome to, and then the company name. The third one is search term someone pasted into the top of the page. Not one of the 3 tells a customer where they actually get. 2. Not one of them shows a price. 0 out of 3. No range, no starting figure, nothing. To a customer, that reads only one way. If I have to ask, I cannot afford it. 3. Every single button asks for effort. Contact us. Get quote. Get a free quote. Every one of those opens a negotiation. Not one of them offers the visitor a single thing in return for the click. Nobody planted those faults for this video. I did not go hunting for bad websites either. That was the first 3 in one industry in one city. And if you are sitting there thinking that sounds a lot like your website, that's exactly why I am showing you this. Then, without being asked, it rewrote one of them, a concrete outcome instead of an adjective, a price that customers can see before they have to speak to anyone, and a button that says what happens when you click it. So the risk sits with the business instead of the visitor. That took about 40 seconds. Whoever owns that site has been losing customers to those 3 lines for years. We have the SEO audit. This is the biggest handbook in the collection, and that makes it useful. And what makes it useful is that it does not give opinions. It gives threshold. You can check yourself tonight. Page titles between 50 and 60 characters. Meta descriptions between 150 and 160. Your keywords inside the first 100 words. Every page that matters within 3 clicks of your homepage. That last one is where most Kenyan business sites fail. Some buried 4 and 5 clicks deep because the menu was designed around how the company is organized, not how a customer searches. If an important page takes 4 clicks to reach, Google treats it as an important because you told it to. We have the AI SEO skill. So this is the citation desk. Here is the shift almost nobody in the market has adjusted to yet. The customers are increasingly not typing into Google. They are asking ChatGPT, and ChatGPT does not hand back 10 blue links. It gives one answer and it names a few businesses. The line in this handbook that reframed it for me: traditional SEO gets you ranked, AI SEO gets you cited. And this is the number I want to remember because it changes where the work goes. Brand is roughly 6.5 times more likely to be cited by an AI through a third-party source than through its own website. Read that again. The AI trusts what other people say about you far more than what you say about yourself. Directory listings, mentions, reviews, coverage, that is the work, not another blog post on your own domain. A few more from the same file. Content updated within the last 30 days gets cited around 3 times more often than older content. Keep the key answer passage on a page between 40 and 60 words so it can be lifted cleanly. And keywords stuffing now actively counts against you. There is even a file in here about hiding the fingerprints of AI writings. It calls the long dash the signature of ChatGPT prose and sets a quota. More than one on a page. Rewrite it. A collection built for AI, teaching AI to stop sounds like AI. One thing before the boardroom. The night shift takes a 15-minute break here, so I will be quick. If anything so far has been useful, subscribing is the only thing on this channel that costs you nothing and genuinely decides whether it keeps going. That is the whole ask. Back to work. We have the boardroom. This is the marketing skill in that repo. This one I did not expect. It sits a simulated board of 12 legendary marketers: Seth Godin, David Ogilvy, Alex Hormozi, April Danford, Rory Sutherland, Byron Sharp. Each one runs off a dossier of what they actually published. And the skill states plainly at the top of every session that these are simulations built from documented frameworks, not the real people. And it has one rule: it will not break. Every session must set someone whose job is to disagree, because a room that agrees with you is not a board, it's a mirror. I put a real question to it: should WPfoss publish its prices or keep quoting privately? The argument came back genuinely split, with the dissenter because arguing the opposite of the majority and being difficult about it. And the verdict came with a tripwire attached, a condition that, if it happens within 90 days, means reverse the decision. That's a strategy session I have paid real money for. It ran while I was asleep. Now everything up to this point is work, and it's free, and the link is below. Go and take it. But there is a gap in it. I want to be straight about what it is. Those 49 specialists give you advice. Excellent specific expensive advice. What they do not do is the work. They will tell you your title tags are wrong. They will not go and fix 400 of them. They will tell you that you need third-party citations. They will not go and build them. That is the part we do. So on top of these 49, we run 70 more. Technical crawling, schema markup, citation building, platform by platform reporting, and at the end of the night, one of them writes the whole thing up as a client report. That is what was on my desk this morning. That's the night shift. Screenshot this. 49 of these are free and public. The link is in the description and you should take it, whether or not you ever speak to us. The other 70 are what we run for clients. The next time somebody quotes you monthly SEO retainer, this is the list of things you are entitled to ask whether they are actually doing. Now the fine print, because I would rather you hear it from me. None of this replaces judgment. What comes back is a strong first draft from a very well-trained specialist, and you are still the editor. It cannot press send, it cannot make the phone calls, sign the clients, or serve the customers. The board is a simulation, not the actual people. And the skill says so itself by every session. And everything downstream is only as good as the first intake file. If you are lazy about what step, you get confident, articulate well-formatted nonsense. What this actually removes is the blank page. And if you have ever sat at 11 at night trying to write your own website copy, you know the blank page was the expensive part. So here is what I will do. You just watch the whole thing run on somebody else's website, finding and all, with nothing held back. I will run the same thing on yours. The full audit, what your site is doing wrong, what it is missing, whether AI system can even read it, and whether they are citing you or your competitor. Delivered at the same report you just watched being generated. No charge, no call required. Comment the word audit below and we will run and send it to you, or use the link in the description. The repo is also linked to. Free, take it. I would rather you had it. Stop gazing at 11 at night and add it to the night shift. For any question, kindly email us or call us, and the contact details will be below. That's it.